by the Tor, and the book written in organized lines on an unrolled goat skin, and by the house frequented, and by the roof exalted, and by the bahra kept filled, or the large body of water kept filled. Let's get started with and by the house frequented. The obvious understanding is that on the Tor, on the Tower Heights, on the biggest highest spot in all of the Arabian and African region, the Abyssinian highlands, there is a place of worship. On the Abyssinian highlands exists the oldest place of worship, the Temple of Yeha. The oldest standing structure in Ethiopia was able to resist earthquakes that swept through the area. The Temple of Yeha goes back to before Christianity and Islam. It was built in the days of the Prophet Solomon and is now considered to be a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The interior of the Yeha temple is similar to any Abyssinian church or temple. It consists of three main parts: the place where hymns are sung, the second where the priests give the Eucharist, and the third is the sacred space called the Holy of Holies, or the Maqdas in the Ge'ez language, where worshippers place the Tabut or the Ark of the Covenant. Let's take a deep breath here and stop at the linguistic meaning of words in different languages. Sacred or Muqaddas in Ge'ez, the Abyssinian language, means Holy of Holies, which in Hebrew is called Beit Maqdash. As we just mentioned, Muqaddas is the location inside the Abyssinian temple that has the Tabut or Ark of the Covenant, whether it is the true Ark or a structure in the shape of the true Ark. What if I tell you that the Yeha temple is the actual place that used to hold the true Ark of the Covenant before it was moved to the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Ethiopia? The Yeha temple is the sacred house, Bayt al-Muqaddas, that people raised on the Tor, the Abyssinian highlands, referring to the house frequented, or al-Bayt al-Mamur, before the rise of Islam and Christianity. So what is this Tabut, or Ark of the Covenant? The Ark of the Covenant is the most important religious artifact for the three monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. For Muslims, it is called Tabut al-Sakina, or Ark of Tranquility. The Ten Commandments were inscribed on stone tablets, which included a few things that were specific to Moses, such as the staff of Moses, or his walking stick, that was transformed into a snake in front of Pharaoh's magicians. And let's search in the Tor, or the Abyssinian highlands, for the book written in organized lines on an unrolled goat skin. You will find the secret in this book. In the heart of the Abyssinian highlands, the Tor, and inside of the city of Aksum, now called Aksum in Tigray, the oldest Bible on earth has been discovered. The writing is organized in fine letters in the Abyssinian language Ge'ez, a South Arabian language, as if it was written by a typewriter, and in beautiful colors as if it was written recently. While its pages are straight and not flipped, the pages of the Bible are made from dried goat skin, or rek as it is called in Arabic. This is very significant because the skin of the goat, or rek, is an organic material that contains carbon atoms which can be recognized by radiated carbon testing to clearly identify the age of the document. According to these tests, it is the oldest Bible in the world, dating back to 330 AD, or more than 2,000 years. You'll find in this book three important pieces of information. First, the Jerusalem temple is located in the Abyssinian highlands, the Tor. The theologians Judas Mackenzie and Francis Watson have deciphered the oldest Bible, the Bible of the Abyssinian highlands, the Tor. And while exploring the pictures in the Bible, they came across a very famous one that's present in every Bible throughout history, the picture of the Jerusalem temple. And to their surprise, this picture of the Jerusalem temple is the Abyssinian temple. The picture of the Abyssinian temple is well known for its square, wide-framed, blind windows subdivided by a cross that are later found on the rock-cut churches at Lalibela. And the windows on this building are similar to Aksumite and later Ethiopian architecture. However, it's notable that the columns do not have the Attic bases used on their frames and in Roman and late antique architecture on Corinthian columns. Rather, close inspection reveals that they have plain, stepped bases. It's a unique structure to the Lalibela Abyssinian temples, and the picture included the waterways that are passing under the Jerusalem temple that look identical to the real one.
The temple is not only an important historical and cultural site in Ethiopia, but it also has significance in the broader context of African history and the development of ancient civilizations. Its construction in the 8th century BC places it among the earliest examples of monumental architecture in sub-Saharan Africa, and its religious and political significance in the region cannot be overstated. The temple's location in the Tigray region of Ethiopia was strategically important in ancient times, as it was situated at the crossroads of several major trade routes. The temple served as a center of trade and commerce, as well as a religious center, and was likely an important hub for the exchange of ideas and cultural practices. The temple's architecture is also notable for its use of large stone blocks and precise construction techniques. The use of such advanced building techniques at such an early time period is a testament to the sophistication of ancient Ethiopian civilization and the skill of its builders. In addition to its religious and political significance, Yeha Temple also played a role in the development of Ethiopian literature and written language. Several inscriptions in ancient Ge'ez, a precursor to modern-day Amharic, have been found at the site, providing valuable insights into the language and culture of the time. Today, Yeha Temple remains an important cultural and historical site in Ethiopia, attracting visitors from all over the world. The temple has been extensively studied and restored in recent years, and ongoing efforts are being made to preserve this important piece of Ethiopian heritage. In conclusion, Yeha Temple is an important site of ancient Ethiopian civilization, offering a glimpse into the country's rich history, culture, and architecture. Its significance extends beyond Ethiopia's borders, serving as a testament to the ingenuity and sophistication of ancient African civilizations.
During the first millennium BC, many different polities would emerge in the northern highlands of Eritrea and Ethiopia. One of the earliest and most advanced that emerged was the city of Yeha, located northeast of the modern-day city of Adwa, in Tigray. Beginning around 800 BC, the inhabitants of Yeha commenced the construction of a grand temple dedicated to the moon god Amlak. Built from locally sourced sandstone, the temple stood approximately 13 metres high and extended over 18 metres in length. Its entrance featured a large porch supported by 6 rectangular pillars. Inside, the temple featured a central hall flanked by 2 side aisles, supported by several square pillars. An internal drainage system was included, and at the back, a stepped entrance led to 3 additional rooms. Between 750 and 500 BC, construction began on a grand palace, likely intended for a local ruler. The structure measured 47 metres on each side, featured multiple stories, and was built using a combination of stone and timber. A staircase of 24 steps led to a roofed entrance supported by 6 pillars. Sadly, much of the palace's interior was destroyed by fire, though it was later rebuilt. South of the city, a necropolis was discovered. Within some of the burials, various artefacts were unearthed, including farming tools, vases, cauldrons, bracelets, incense burners, necklaces, and crosses dating to the later Aksumite period.
Right now, you're looking at new archaeology that took place in Yeha, the true Jerusalem, this year, 2025, not too long ago. So I'm going to take you through with me. So right now, you see me walking up the stairs to get through to the temple area. Now, all these stairs and this build in front of you, they're not the ancient builds from BC times, before Christ times. These are more modern builds. So what we're aiming to show you is the findings from biblical times, from before the times of Christ. So you see there's more stairs that go up towards the temple building that's still standing, but that's not where we're going actually. We're actually turning off right here on the right side, just behind the gates. And you see here is a ruined building. Now the archaeologists found this, again I say this year, and it's proven this building to be a part of the standing temple. So what this has done has proved that the standing temple actually had multiple buildings. It wasn't just one building. The part that you see standing is the equivalent to like the holy section of the ancient temple where they did sacrifices, etc. But the remaining buildings is buried underground and destroyed, and this is one of them. So I sent a worker over to Yeha when the archaeologists just finished excavation, and he was able to, I know there's not much to see, it's just ruined buildings, but it's good to see what is actually going on here. When they dig the ground, what do they actually find? Do they find nothing, or do they find things that's significant and matches up with the scriptures? Now, as we know, biblical manuscripts is very clear that the temple of the Israelites, the second temple of the Israelites, and the first, but we're talking about the second build that was done in 500 BC, well, the 500s BC, by the governor Zerubbabel of Judah. So this, again I say, is part of the buildings with an S, of the temple. And as you see, I've proven that the temple of the Israelites had multiple buildings. So that's another matchup. Now, bear in mind, again, like I always say, this standing temple dates back to 500 BC, not the new dates that's been given. Now here, you see another ruined section that was found buried underground.